Hi friends, a warm welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your friend truly Shoham. So friends, I am back today after almost a 2 weeks gap, and today we are going to discuss about arguably the greatest international Bengali actor post-independence, Mr. Soumitra Chatterjee to some. And this video has become ever more relevant after his demise. How is the way we want future generations to remember Mr. Soumitra Chattopadhyay? His contribution to the land of not only Bengal but Indian cinema, world cinema I would say, and some mild criticism regarding his work, his political stance and so on. But before I plunged onto the original content, just one request. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment on the content posted on this YouTube video, and don't forget to click the bell icon so that you don't miss any update whatsoever. So let's start today, shall we? Let's start. Soumitra Chattopadhyay, the first Indian and the first Bengali to receive the Order of Letters from the Honorable French government. He was the Legion of Honor awardee, the highest civilian award from the Honorable French government. He is a Dadasaheb Phalke awardee, the highest contribution in our country to the land of cinema, to the entire world of cinema, for having effective contribution. And last but not the least, he is a Padma Bhushan awardee. All of them and all of these achievements of him, despite not appearing in any Hindi language films. If this is not an achievement, then what is? And his celestial collaboration with Mr. Satyajit Ray, one of the maestros of world cinema, is at the same league with Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Toshiro Mifune and Akira Kurosawa, and many other great actor-director combinations from throughout the world of cinema. Anybody who has an iota of sense regarding world cinema or even quality cinema will understand what I intend to say by this. So now comes the most difficult part. Let me first clarify that this video of mine is not to put a sacred halo around Mr. Soumitra Chattopadhyay and then elevate him to a godly stature. No, it isn't. A man of his stature must be criticized whenever required and also must be appreciated wholeheartedly when he deserves them the most, because trust me, they don't make him like them anymore. So what exactly, according to me as one of his ardent admirers, are Soumitra Chattopadhyay's top 5 performances from the world of cinema? This is a strenuous task considering 210 films which he appeared in. But then why not give it a try? Because this comes not from a cinephile stand of view, but this exactly comes from a person who has respected and appreciated him, his craft, from the bottom of his heart. So let's start today, shall we? At number 5, Soumitra Chattopadhyay's performance as a wheelchair-bound doctor in the master filmmaker Tapan Sinha's film Wheelchair, in which Soumitra Chattopadhyay helps a paralyzed rape victim to come to terms with her loss and to face the society. Just one sentence will sum up what exactly Soumitra Chattopadhyay's performance has been in the movie. Just watch the film to understand that how an effectively nuanced performance can just rip your heart without being showy and without an actor showing everyone that dekh main ye aise kar sakta hu. Understand? Please watch the film in YouTube to understand more what I am trying to emphasize on. At number 4, another remarkable Soumitra Chattopadhyay performance, in which Soumitra Chattopadhyay plays a swimming instructor, a poor swimming instructor who is a victim of internal politics in Shalose Day, another prolific storyteller from the land of Bengal, in Shalose Day's film Koni, in which he makes a champion out of a girl living in the slums. Again, undoubtedly a magnificent performance by Soumitra Chattopadhyay, an underdog story, a rags to riches story as in today's cinephiles would like to recommend, but without being over the top and without resorting to overt histrionics to titillate the audience. This is what we call restrained, sensitive and in true senses a world-class performance. At number 3, Soumitra Chattopadhyay in another criminally underrated film, Raja Mitro's film Ekti Jibon, in which Soumitra Chattopadhyay plays a Bengali teacher who takes up this humongous task of creating a Bengali to Bengali dictionary and how he overcomes all odds and whether he becomes successful or not forms the crux of the film. Again, a world class performance. Yes, I agree, world class has been an overused and absolutely disgusting word in today's terms. But if you watch Soumitra Chattopadhyay's performance in both the film, Koni and Ekti Jibon, you will understand what I am trying to say. Any other actor, any other, even great actors also sometimes tend to overt histrionic, sometimes over the top melodrama comes inside when they get such a showy part. But again, that is what separates the best from the rest, and Soumitra Chattopadhyay was indeed among the best. Both Koni and Ekti Jibon is available on YouTube. Please watch it. At number 2, the master filmmaker Mr. Satyajit Ray's film Ashwini Sanket, in which Soumitra Chattopadhyay plays a village Brahmin who unwillingly becomes an observer and becomes a bystander to the infamous and the vicious Bengal famine in 1943 that claimed the lives of millions of Indians, as well as Indians, rather I would say Bengalis. Again, what a performance! So sensitive, so matured, so nuanced, and it is what actually we call a heartfelt performance, because Soumitra Chattopadhyay was actually a true blue urban Bengali middle class guy, and for him to completely transform and immerse himself to a village Brahmin was not a mean task. Watch the film in Amazon Prime to understand what exactly you mean by a masterclass performance. And then the first, what according to me was Soumitra Chattopadhyay's finest hour as an actor in the world of cinema. Again, a tough one, because he has given masterclass and masterful performances in 50% of his films, I would say, not in all films. I am not considering the commercial potboilers in which he routinely had to appear just to fill his pocket, not for his heart. His finest star, according to me, came in his first film, again with the maestro himself, the film which is the last of the worldwide regarded masterpiece, the Opus trilogy. Any guesses? No prize for guessing. Yes, I am talking about Opus Songshan. Just one word for this film. The film is also available on YouTube. Just one word for this film, Opus Songshan. The film, masterpiece, and the performance of Soumitra Chattopadhyay. No words. Simply a salute to him. In his first film, he is able to pull off a world-class performance. Then no wonder the world took notice of the humongous talent that the world had come to watch decades after decades from this great actor. Apart from cinema, Soumitra Chattopadhyay was a noted playwright. Soumitra Chattopadhyay was a magazine editor. He was an institution himself. He was actually what we call a man of letters. He was the person who immortalized the Bengali detective Feluda. Again, a great creation of childhood fantasy of, I mean, আমরা সবাই বড় হয়েছে এই চরিত্রটা থেকে, that is Feluda, Bengali sleuth, I would say. And also, as I say, he was a man of letters, because at one hand he was an editor, he was an exceptional poet, he was a dramatist, he was a playwright, he was a theatre actor, he is a director, whatnot. And what would I say? I mean, this 10 to 12 minute video, a mere 10 to 12 minute video, I would say, from even the best of YouTubers across the globe will not suffice the gigantic talent that this guy had. It will be a disservice, but it's from my way to pay tribute to a person who has inspired me so much. Now, as I was telling that I would not like to put Mr. Soumitra Chattopadhyay to a godlike stature. No, he was a flawed human being. Why I say so is, unfortunately, in the last decade and a half, the so-called new age Bengali directors were not able to tap the full potential of Mr. Soumitra Chattopadhyay. No, they weren't. So routinely he had to perform in passable films and that to passable roles that were not challenging enough from an actor, from an artist of the highest caliber like him. Especially and unfortunately when compared to Mr. Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Amitabh Bachchan, Nasiruddin Shah, all these actors, Soumitra Chattopadhyay did not get meaty roles in the last decade and a half. What a shame. And regarding his political stance, how I wish that he had been a bit more consistent in his criticism of the left regime, because he was actually a true blue urban, middle class, leftist intellectual, and he had a worldview. He was an ocean of knowledge. How I wish that he had been more consistent in his criticism of the left regime when compared to what he did in West Bengal regarding the left's predecessors and the left's successors. যারা বুদ্ধিমান তারা বুঝতে পারবেন যে আমি কোন কোন ঘটনাবলীর কথা বলছি. Intelligent people will understand what exactly his reaction was to certain tumultuous event in the last 3.5 decades of left front rule. What was Soumitra Babu's reaction to that? But again, notwithstanding, Soumitra Chattopadhyay was truly one of the most influential actors and artists to come out of the land of Bengal and India, I would say, post-independence. Who else gets so many accolades from across the world without appearing in the so-called big budget Bollywood films? I don't know of any other actor. Dada Saheb Phalke, Legion of Honor, Orders of Letters, Padma Bhushan, what not. Artists of the caliber of him never die. They just physically leave the world, but his art, his craft will continue to enthrall us, and his art and craft will continue to stay relevant to us who wants to understand what exactly an artist's job is. That's the reason I say that he was actually an artist among the entertainers. I'll just finish this tribute by just quoting, I would say singing, two immortal lines of one of Mr. Soumitra Chattopadhyay's biggest inspirations, even mine also, Rabindranath Tagore, I would say. The song goes like this. Again, Gustaki kijiyega, because I am not a singer, I just want to put forward my view. I'll translate this also for you. The song goes like this. শেষ নাহি যে শেষ কথা কে বলবে, শেষ নাহি যে শেষ কথা কে বলবে, আঘাত হয়ে দেখা দিল আগুন হয়ে জ্বলবে. The song, if I have to literally translate this song, then the song is that there's nothing called end in this world. The circle of life just goes on. End is just the beginning. And whoever has gone through tumultuous pain, tumultuous trouble in their life will definitely gain salvation some way or the other. And the fire inside their belly will not be extinguished. No, not at all. So, especially we'll miss Soumitra Chattopadhyay in Bengal, because the next year, 2021, Bengal will face an acid test of whether the identity of Bengal will remain Bengal or not. Not elaborating on this further, I'm sure that Akalmand ke liye ishara hi kafi hai. At that point in time, when we'll face an onslaught of external divisive bigot forces, we will miss Mr. Soumitra Chattopadhyay's wisdom big time. But nonetheless, Soumitra Babu, আপনি যেখানেই থাকুন ভালো থাকবেন. Long live the legacy of Bengal. Long live the legacy of Soumitra Chattopadhyay. আপনাকে নতমস্তক প্রণাম. Thank you so much for listening to this content today, truly Shoham. Let me know what you think of this content. Let me know what you think of my top 5 Soumitra Chattopadhyay performances, whether you agree to it or disagree to it. And please feel free to disagree, because that's the way democracy works. Thank you for watching Truly Shoham and my content today. More when we meet. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.